Hi guys, and welcome to your daily tarot reading for Sunday, the 27th of March 2022. Thanks for joining me. Before I do the reading, I just want to mention a couple of housekeeping things. I've come off Instagram. There were too many impersonators on Instagram, kind of pretending to be me and getting in touch with you guys and asking for payments and readings, and I really don't like that kind of stuff. I reported quite a few of them, and this morning I had a message from Instagram saying, "Hi, thanks for the report, but we haven't taken this profile down because we don't have time to look into it." So that's not particularly helpful. And you guys, I work with you guys, so it's kind of my job to protect you. And I think it's better for me to come off Instagram so you know I'm not on there. If anyone does contact you, now you know 100% it isn't me because I don't have a presence on Instagram. So that's that. And then the other thing, I just wanted to ask your feedback because recently I've been doing like little walking videos around Vienna, and I thought that was really nice just to show you some of the sights and stuff. But I noticed I've done a couple or a few actually over the last few weeks, and I noticed that each time I did it, subscribers went down. And 2 days ago, I went to the dermatologist and I filmed that, and I lost 100 subscribers, and I was like, wow, I really don't get this. And I rewatched the video and I didn't find anything offensive in there. So there's something I'm missing. So it's kind of odd that I'm asking you guys because you're still here watching me. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And the people who've unsubscribed and are gone, obviously won't be watching this, and I'm not asking them. But maybe there's something you picked up on that I hadn't noticed. Like, is it because you want to see tarot videos and astrology videos from me and that's it? You're not interested in like city tour videos or something, and it's confusing because it's off topic? Maybe that's it. Or maybe there was something in the videos that I wasn't aware of, maybe that could have like put some people off. If I've missed something, just tell me please. I'd really like to hear. So for the time being, I don't think I'm going to make those kind of videos because obviously, yeah, the point isn't to like repel people or to get them to leave. Okay, so I'm going to look at these cards now, the Gilded Tarot, for this reading for Sunday, the 27th of March, 2022. And as always, I'm just going to shuffle the cards a few times, and then I'm going to choose three to see what the tarot has to share, and to get a kind of glimpse into the day's energy and what that will look like. So let's check it out. Right, so the first card is the Emperor, the Emperor. Then we've got the Eight of Cups. Oh, interesting dichotomy here. The Emperor is all about authority and ruling in one space, and the Eight of Cups is leaving something good for the promise of something even better. So we'll see what that's about. And then finally we have the Knight of Swords. Okay, and these two are very opposite too, because the Knight of Swords is extreme in his thinking, and he rushes in and he makes big decisions on a whim without doing his research, and the Emperor would never do that. So the fact that these two are kind of flanking or surrounding the Eight of Cups, to me says, listen to your feelings. If something doesn't seem right, walk away from it. Don't try and figure it out and get upset about it. Or don't feel like you're always in the right and everything absolutely has to be done your way, because none of us are always right. So that wouldn't serve you either. Okay, so we've got a major arcana card. So the big theme is the Emperor. And then a minor arcana card, so a temporary influence, and a court card, which is a particular characteristic or personality trait that's highlighted. So the Emperor is the person who is hugely authoritative, and he is the leader and he's the boss for a good reason. He's had lots of experience. So we've got all the signs of the zodiac here in the back. So he embodies really every aspect of life. He's been through pretty much everything. And with that said, he won't have gone through everything. No one can. But he is very experienced. He's very knowledgeable and he makes good decisions. He's got this red robe here with the sun on it. So he's in control and he likes to be in control. The little crown, like Caesar, So he's celebrated for making good decisions in the past. The blue is about listening to his feelings. So he's compassionate, he's fair. He doesn't just rule from a sense of I need to be big number one boss here because I have to, and it builds my ego. I genuinely listen to what's right and wrong. I care about what is for the greater good, and I rule lovingly and in a positive way. Here we've got the solar system, so he looks at the bigger picture, and it's not so much about him. So this emperor in this deck is really the perfect leader, because he doesn't lead just from his own sense of glory or I have to be written into the history books. I'm in this position of authority. I'm going to use that to make life better for everyone else. Finally, the white here, that's spiritual connection. So if you feel strongly about something and you feel like, okay, I am looking at everyone else involved, I've checked in with my feelings, I feel like I've done my research on this, don't be afraid to make a big decision, because your feelings aren't going to lead you in the wrong direction. If something doesn't sit right, or if something bothers you, or if it genuinely appalls you, then the emperor says it's safe and good to make a decision. You know, at some point we do have to make a decision in life, one way or the other. And the feeling I get is that you get to that crunch point where the scales, if they've been kind of, going back and forth like this, one side comes down or the other side comes down to give you a definitive sense of, right, I know what I want now, I'm going to do something. And then the Eight of Cups, is a great card because this young man, he's walking away. We've got the big moon here. The moon in the tarot represents your intuition, but it can also represent fear and doing something despite it being scary. And all these cups are good things in his life. Family, a sense of belonging, a job that he adores. He feels that something's missing or something has been lost. And even though it may be scary to try and retrieve it or to find some other type of purpose, he owes it to himself to walk away. And that's the kind of decision where you do have to feel certain. If you've got all these great things, you're not just going to say, okay, I'm going to traipse out of my life today just because I feel like it. No, it's a difficult decision you can make today because you feel it so intensely and you're so clear on what it is you want to be doing. And the emperor isn't going to give you bad counsel. He's going to give you great advice. So listen to that. And then finally, the Knight of Swords. Okay, so the Knight of Swords is someone who rushes into the fray. And sometimes you need that because, I suppose, let's say there are two armies on a battlefield. If all of them are scared and waiting for the first person to ride in, then no one's ever going to leave their spots and not much is going to happen. So someone needs to be super passionate about what they're doing and say, I'm so right, and I'm going to charge into battle, and put myself at risk. I care about this idea so much that I'm going to be the first to stand up for what I believe in. Other times, the Knight of Swords isn't so good because, like I said earlier, he doesn't do his research and he says, okay, I think this, so I'm immediately going to say it, or I'm going to sign the contract without reading it, or I'm just going to do. But all of these cards together, I feel, highlights the willingness of the Knight of Swords to act, even if it's scary, or even if all the information isn't available, which is like the Emperor who knows most things, but like every person on this planet, he can't know it all at the exact right time. So the Knight of Swords, in this case here, in this spread, is even saying, do act. That's your big talent today. If you feel this decision needs to be made, you want to make it, and you're so clear on that you're even willing to face an uncertain future or to pursue something that isn't guaranteed to work in your favor, please do it, because the universe is prompting you to take a risk, and when it does that, it usually tends to work out well. The universe wouldn't be encouraging you to walk away from something good just to then see you falling off a cliff down there 5 miles down the road. So if you've been hesitating, if you've been unable to make a decision on this day, you know yourself and your feelings and your hopes and dreams so well, and they appear to you so easily that you can act quickly, and the cards are kind of encouraging that, because sometimes being overly cautious or being overly reluctant means you miss opportunities as they appear. And on this day, there's an opportunity for great change. Number-wise, we got 4 and 8 is 12, and 1 is 13. Wow. 1 and 3 is 4, and 4, like the Emperor, is security and structure, and being able to consistently work in that way. So by letting go of what no longer works and embracing the risk factor and saying, I'm going to have faith that I can create new and better security in my future, this day is really going to work for you. So if you struggle to get out of situations that no longer serve you, or if you find it difficult to decide one way or another, even if you've researched it for the last 10 years, then use this day as an opportunity to act despite yourself, despite any fears you may have. Wow. So that looks really powerful. And also all the 3 characters in the cards are male. And it's about the masculine in the tarot is about building something new that stems from within. You can really build a secure, good, positive future that only you can see and that isn't promised. Have a fabulous day. If you'd like a personal reading with me, please get in touch via my website. It's gregoryscott.com. On the front page, click on Book Your Reading. To order your reading with me, I use the tarot, astrology, and numerology in my personal readings. If you have any questions about your life purpose or what's coming up in future, or a decision you've got to make, or you want to look at the outcome of something that's kind of outside of your control, like a legal thing, or you've made an offer on a house, you want to see if you get it, anything like that, please do get in touch with me for a personal reading. To draw up your astrology chart, I need your place of birth, date of birth, and time of birth. If you don't have the time of birth, that's not a problem. I can either use sunrise, or you can order a chart rectification with me where I work out your time of birth. And once I have that, I can look at everything and hopefully give you some useful info. Click like, hit subscribe, and share the video online if you like this video. Have an amazing day, and I'll speak to you tomorrow.